This was a special electric fence built by the Russian Empire to stop the Japanese army. The barbed wire was 1.5 meters tall. They couldn't get through at all. As soon as they got close, they would be electrocuted to death. Right after the fence was set up, the Russians started digging traps, 8 meters deep, filled with sharp spikes and more wire. Machine guns stood ready nearby, making sure the Japanese had no way out. With that, the Port Arthur fortress was completed. The only thing left was to stock grenades and ammo and wait for the 1.4 meter tall Japanese soldiers to come die. Brainwashed by militarist thinking, the Japanese shouted and charged toward the fortress. The Russian troops opened fire right away, stopping them in front of the barbed wire. The enemy tried to force their way through, but got electrocuted instantly by the fence. The Japanese tied ropes to wooden posts. 6 men pulled hard together, ripped out the post, and opened a gap. They immediately launched a charge, but their short legs made them slow at climbing. Before they could get near the fortress on the hill, they were stopped by machine guns. The attack failed. Since they couldn't win during the day, the Japanese tried a night raid, aiming to take Shushiing Hill, west of Longyan Hill. But as soon as the battle started, the Russians spotted them. They set up machine guns and opened fire wildly. The first 50 attackers were all killed, but even more Japanese rushed up to die, as if dying a little slower meant they couldn't enter the Yasukuni shrine. They wanted to use the darkness to sneak in, but couldn't get past the Russian machine gun line. They were mowed down again and again, blown up by grenades until the entire force was wiped out. The sneak attack on Shushiing Hill also failed, but the Japanese still didn't learn their lesson. Now they set their sights on Panong Mountain, north of the Port Arthur fortress. After smoking what might be their last Marlboro, they got ready for another sneak attack, but the first thing they did was blow a trumpet to signal the charge, and another 500 Japanese soldiers rushed toward the Russian position. To be honest, this didn't look like a sneak attack at all, more like starving pigs charging at a feeding trough. But this time, the enemy got a little smarter. They didn't all rush forward at once. Instead, they ran a bit, then dropped to the ground to hide. Once the Russians finished firing, they got up and charged again, pushing forward bit by bit. But when they got close to the Russian line, more machine guns were activated. They were less than 100 meters from the bunkers, and even lying down couldn't save them. They were all trapped in front of the bunkers, unable to move forward or back. Some soldiers went insane trying to dig holes to hide. Officers who were arrogant before the battle were crying on the spot under Russian gunfire. This was truly the most miserable battle for the Japanese.